Hello, everybody. Good evening. Hello, guys. Sorry. Today has been a very busy. Oh, I still have my armband from being at the court. See, this is proof that I'm at the court. But hey, manifestation. Hey, Veronica. Hey, Steph. Hey, Ruby. Well, guys, I wanted to get started because I got some recordings of what happened at court today. Well, if you guys watch me on my IG, I mentioned about what happened in court today. You know, they're still doing the jury selection. This is month almost October, and they're still doing jury selection, right? Well, they didn't get a chance to do any jury selection. They were doing more of the motions. Well, one motion they really honed on was the motion with Shannon Stillwell, Shannon Jackson. I know he has two names, but what happened is his attorney submitted a motion for it to be suppressed, some phone calls to be suppressed, and some things that was taken, like, they were listening to his phone calls, and he mentioned something about, well, you guys gonna be listening. I'll play it so you guys can hear it, so you can hear it from their mouth. So I'm gonna go ahead and play because I don't want to, and I'm gonna take myself off the screen so you guys don't get distracted by me. But hello, everybody that's coming in on here. Thank you for all my new subscribers. Please hit the like button and share, because I'm going to be bringing you all the stuff that's happening in the courtroom, because I'm in the courtroom. All right. Oh, you saw it too, Jason? You heard about it? Well, just listen up, okay? All right, so here we go. Here's the what happened in courtroom. Hold on. Did you hear it?
All right. I'm going to take up those, and then counsel, I want to say that we have, after the conclusion of that, we have four jurors in 277, 317, 320.
Give me a thumbs up if you can hear him clear. You can hear him clearly? Okay, thank you. So what's happening right now is the judge is giving them what's going to happen. So he was telling them there was going to be four jurors that was going to be interviewed today, but which it didn't happen because they were dealing with the motion of Mr. Stillwell's motion. Why is that bad? Let me tell you why it's a bad quality. Because I was upstairs and I couldn't bring out my phone because I was in the room with the family, and the room with the family, you can't have your phone out. Yeah, that's that thugger. It's not even a video because there's no cameraman, so I had to do the best I could try to get. I hope you guys can. It's gonna get better because I got a little closer to the mic, so it's gonna get better. Okay, I apologize. But it's going to get better. Hold on.
And 326.
It's going to get better. I promise.
377, 317.
See, Thugger, I thought about you. That's why I was trying to make sure I got something better than nothing.
All right. Okay. Are you ready, Mr. Schultz? Okay.
Yeah, I just want to say shout out to Thugger Daily, because Thugger Daily is who made me go viral. I just want to say thank you, Thugger. Thank you.
I'm ready to motion to suppress. And I have the safe response. So, safe one, probably quickly. Investigator, who wants to store them?
It's going to get better. You'll see. Okay, what's happening right now is they get ready to call their first witness. So they're going out there to get the first witness. But one of the things that Shannon's attorney did mention, they requested that the address of the person they're going to talk about not be given onto the public because they don't want people to have the address of his grandmother. So they had to talk to them behind the scene to get that done. So that's what they're doing right now. And you're going to hear it a little bit clearer, okay? And he's not on the mic. That's why you can't hear him clear. But he's talking to the judge. Once they get ready, you'll hear everything on the mic in a minute, okay?
No, that's all right, but I just had a moment to inform my witnesses. Okay, that's fine, yes. Yes.
So she's going out now to talk to the witness about not mentioning the address, okay? But you're going to hear them clearer, I promise you, because I did play it a little bit. And the judge did rule against them, but you could hear it. It's perfect for you, Jason. Oh, Jason, you good. She's gone out there to get him. Just hold on a second. They're gonna bring him up. They're gonna testify. First is Atlanta police, and the next one is going to be one of the gang ex.
Let's see, good afternoon, sir. Can you please approach the witness stand? Once you get there, if you turn and face the sworn witness, please. Yes. So, Detective Joseph Storno, J-O-S-E-P-H, Storno, S-T-O-R-N-O. And Mr. Storno, what do you want to stand for? The Atlanta Police Department. And how long have you been with the Atlanta Police Department? A little over 17 years. And you can tell the court a little about your job title, duties, and experience. Well, I'm currently a detective assigned to the gangs and special investigation team. And how long have you been with the gangs and special investigation team? A little over 3 years. And what does you say about your duties and responsibilities as an investigator in gang and special unit? As a member of the gang unit, I'm tasked with investigating gang members and gangs for crimes in which they commit. I'm also tasked with identifying new gangs and gang members, as well as staying current on current gang trends, rivalries, and identifiers. And as a detective within the gang unit, are you sometimes asked to participate with their investigation? Yes. Reference to March 21st, 2022, did you have the occasion to assist investigator Rico Trial, who was in with the Fulton County District Attorney's Office? Yes, I did. And how did you get involved or assist her with the investigation on March 21st, 2022? Investigator Rito advised me that she had learned that a defendant by the name of Shannon Jackson, who had been apprehended a couple of days prior I believe on the March 18th, and was currently in Fulton County Jail, had communicated with the girlfriend of his co-defendant in the case, the girlfriend being Miss Shantisha Lewis. And investigator Rio advised that she had learned that Mr. Jackson was requesting Miss Lewis transfer possession of his phone, which he had discarded during his apprehension, that she dropped the phone off to his grandmother, Miss Betty Jackson.
So y'all heard what he's saying, right? The officer is saying that basically that they was doing a surveillance on Mr. Jackson or Mr. Stillwell because he had I guess threw the phone away or discard the phone when they were arresting him. So I guess they were saying that he was trying to get rid of the phone. So now they put a surveillance on his grandmother's house so they can hear exactly, see the person that was going inside the house. So he was saying that one of the detectives from the DA's office is the one that contacted him and to ask him to do a surveillance on the house and take pictures and things like that so they could have probable cause, so they can go and get a warrant so they can go for the phone, because they wanted the phones because they felt that he had something hidden on the phone that would help their case, some sort of evidence. Okay, so that's basically, just in case you guys couldn't hear what they were saying. So that's the logistic part. I mean, that's the logistic or whatever. Oh, here it is.
And once you learned that information, what were you asking? Well, investigator Rito requested that I go to Miss Jackson's residence, Miss Betty Jackson's residence, and conduct surveillance on the residence, as well as photograph the residence and forward the photograph to her as she was preparing a search warrant. And did you go to that location? I did. You want to finish your approach? I previously shown you the list. I'm telling you looking at March the 3rd, exhibit 1, 2, 3, and 4 for the purposes of this motion. Please look at exhibit 1. I recognize all 4 photographs. And how do you recognize all 4 photographs? These are photographs that I personally took. And are those fair accurate pictures of the photographs you took? Yes. And when did you take those photographs? Took these photographs on March 21st of 2022. And are those of the home of vengeance? Yes. Your Honor, this sounds like the 10 mistakes exhibit 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 7. And objection. State 1 through 4 then. When you went to the home, what did you observe? When I arrived at the location, I immediately observed a white Ford Focus parked in the driveway of the residence. Okay. Did you observe anything else? After approximately 20 minutes, I observed a female exit the residence. The female resembled Miss Lewis, and I both watched her and then photographed her walking back towards the vehicle. She got inside the driver's side of the vehicle and then proceeded to drive off from the location. To the specific pictures, did you do anything with those pictures? Yes, I forwarded the pictures to investigator Rito. And the home that you visited, was that home in Yes. After providing investigator Rito with these photographs, that includes your part of this investigation? Yes. I know for the fact. Close. Good afternoon.
I'm sorry, but he's not on near the mic, y'all.
Photographs. No.
He finished the cross-examination, y'all.
That's it. So I'm gonna permanently seize for purpose of motion. We probably subject to being called from time to time, so we're gonna discuss steps when we accept the time in this case. I think this is. Well, these, yeah, these would be. Part of this is, something just to be great.
They calling the next witness now, and she's the gang specialist. Remember the one that they were doing back in December? This is her, Officer Marino. I think that's her name.
My name is Marissa Viverio, that's MarисsaViverio.
Hey, Rob, before I ask you a question, Dr. Viverio, I know that we heard from Investigator Viverio last week about her background. Do I need to reiterate that for this one, or can you take her testimony from last week's hearing regarding her background? Thank you very much. I want to take you to March 21st, 2022.
Okay.
As it relates to this particular case, were you aware of the arrest of Shannon Jackson or Shannon Stillwell on March 17th, 2022?
I was.
And were you ready to take into Fulton County Jail?
Yes.
After learning of Mr. Jackson's arrest or Mr. Stillwell's arrest, what things did you do as part of your investigation once he was arrested?
I began to monitor his phone calls from the Fulton County Jail.
Why did you choose to monitor his phone calls?
Typically that's what we do with most cases that we have, and see if there's any conversations or phone calls with evidentiary value.
And when did you begin listening to Mr. Stillwell's phone calls?
As soon as he was taken into custody.
And how did you go about listening to those jail calls?
There's a few ways you can search for jail calls. You can search by name, phone number, or PIN number. In this case, I did it by PIN number. Phone number.
And is there a particular system that the jail uses in order to record jail calls?
Yes, it's a secure platform.
And how are you familiar with the secure platform?
I've used it for almost all of my career.
Have you been trained in that system?
Yes.
And tell the court briefly about your training with the secure jail system.
We have like a senior investigator who's at one point explaining to you how to run through it and just basically having the functionality of it and where you just pull jail calls, download jail calls, find jail calls, things of that nature.
And do you have to log into the system?
You do.
And do you have a unique login to log in?
Yes.
Once you go in, are you able to download any jail calls that you find that you have?
Yes.
Once the calls are recorded by the system, can they be altered in any way?
No.
Briefly, how does the phone system work if an inmate is trying to call someone? How does that work?
So my understanding, because I've never been inside the jail, in like separate pods at the jail that are attached to the wall that the inmates are allowed to use. They approach the phone, they enter what they're supposed to enter their PIN number. And then they enter the number that they're trying to call, and they can either use a collect call or debit from their commissary account to make a phone call.
And from your experiences, because there's their PIN, is there some kind of work experience that inmates may use other people's PIN to make phone calls?
Sure, if inmates would like to try to be untraceable and not have anybody maybe listen to their calls, their conversation, they will swap a PIN with another inmate and they'll use somebody else's PIN number.
And is there any indication to individuals on the phone whether or not their call is being recorded?
Yes.
Okay, did you hear what she said? Okay. The prosecutor asked her if they're, what is the process of them making a phone call? And so the Miss Marino's basically told them that an inmate has a a code that they put in with their initial. They put in the code for them to be able to make a phone. They can phone call. They can make either a collect call or a call from their commissary to use it like a debit credit from their commissary. But she also asked her that, is it like an identifier to know that this is the person that's using that particular phone to make that phone call? Do they ever intertwine and switch with someone else? So Ms. Marino basically told her that there are times when inmates will switch with another inmate to use their code to make a phone call, so they basically could disguise themselves, so just in case they're being traced or recorded, they won't, they're not using their own code, they're using someone else's. So just in case the investigators are investigating Shannon, and every time Shannon uses his code, they'll be able to hear all Shannon's phone call. But if Shannon decides to use John's code, they're thinking that there's John's code instead of Shannon. So basically she's asking her, is that possible for them to do that? And Miss Marino said, yes, they do that, so they can disguise themselves. So that's, I wanted to break it down to you guys. So what they're basically saying on that one. Okay, hold on.
And I think that earlier with this particular case, you searched for phone calls relevant based upon the phone number? Correct. Okay. Do you recall what phone numbers did you search for the call in this case involving Mr. Stillwell?
In this case, it was going to be the phone number for his grandmother, Betty Jackson, and then the phone number for Shantisa Lewis.
And were you able to find phone calls of any evidentiary value as it relates to the motion or the reason why we're here today?
Yes.
About how many phone calls did you find relevant to the reason why we are here today?
I want to say about 5 or 6.
And of those 5 or 6 phone calls, were you able to download all of the calls, or were there some calls missing?
I think there's one that was missing, or booking call.
And in preparation for this motion, have you had the opportunity to review the 5 phone calls that you weren't able to download?
Yes.
Now, when you went and searched for the phone numbers, did you recognize Mr. Stillwell's voice on the phone call?
I did.
How did you know his voice?
I've been familiar with Mr. Stillwell since at least 2013, and had numerous conversations and interactions with him, and listened to numerous jail calls and at this point wiretap recordings with his voice on it.
Also, are you familiar specifically first with Miss Betty Jackson?
I am.
How are you familiar with Miss Betty Jackson?
I believe that is Mr. Stillwell's grandmother. I've been to her home before when I was Mr. Stillwell's probation officer doing visits, and I think I've spoken to her on the phone before.
Now, as it relates to this particular case and the jail call that you heard, briefly give us a synopsis of the calls that you heard and why they were evidence of value for the purpose of this motion.
So when I began listening to the calls, to start off with the call from the booking area of the jail, I heard Mr. Stillwell giving instructions on recovering his phone that had been concealed. He had said during his arrest, we did not recover a phone from him when he was arrested. It's very unlikely nowadays that people don't carry a phone on them. And from that day, I do remember from the radio traffic things being thrown during his arrest, things of that nature. So we were trying to look for know where our phone was, and Mr. Stillwell made a comment that his phone was in the chicken bag so that the police didn't get it.
You called, which phone call was that? Again, the booking phone call?
That was the phone call from booking where the phone was concealed in the chicken bag. Okay, so
you heard what she said, right? She said basically when he was being arrested, they noticed that he didn't have a phone. That's not possible because everybody has a phone. So then they said they did some surveillance on phone calls that he made, and they heard him say that the phone is in the chicken bag. So he didn't want the police to get it, right? He said the phone was in the chicken bag, right? So let's go ahead and listen to what she says.
So what did you do after hearing that phone call? We sent officers out to try and locate the phone. We all interpreted that as maybe a fast food chicken bag, like a Chick-fil-A or something like that type of bag. And we did not locate the phone.
They didn't locate the phone.
Did not locate the phone. What did you do? I continued to monitor the jail phone. And as you continue to monitor the jail phone, we find more calls that related to.
Okay, for those who can't hear, did she ask her what did she do? Because they didn't find the phone in the chicken bag because they didn't find no chicken bag or whatever, right? So then she says, so what did you do? She says, basically we kept monitoring to hear where the phone was and things like that. And then eventually they're going to figure out how to go about and getting the phone. So that's why she had the officer to go to the house, do a surveillance, take pictures. Oh, you say you can hear? Okay. All right. You can hear. Okay. Some people can't hear. Randa, smart behind. Stop yelling at me. Sorry, guys. Hold on.
Yes. What were the date ranges of those phone calls? I want to say from 3:18 to 3:23. And also such as the defense counsel, station number 8. So if you recognize the station number 8, I do. How do you recognize the station number 8? That's going to be the hard drive containing the calls that we're referencing now. I was the. Okay. And did they contain all the calls or most of the calls? Most of the calls. What call is not contained on this report? The one from the booking area. Is that the one from March 17th? Correct. All right. And have you ever opportunity to listen to these calls? Yes. And do they appear to be a fair, accurate representation of the calls that you listened to back in March of 2022? Yes. You're right. This how to say like 23 million of 8.
Okay. Objection states it. All right, states it maybe published. You should say.
And state included number 9A. Some of you recognize this as a 9 and 9A. I do. How do you recognize this as a 9 and 9A? These are documents or reports that are pulled from the security system. And what information is provided on this report? On the first one, you're going to see a call history report or call detail report, and then the next one is going to be a name and address verification for the person that's being called from the jail. Okay. And now that we're to the 10, this is the 10A. Do you recognize 10 and 10A? I do. And how do you recognize it? Again, that's a call summary report from the jail, as well as it has a name and address verification for the phone number that's being called. Okay. Now this time, excuse me, 1 second. For stations of the 9 and 9A, earlier you testified that you looked at the numbers for Betty Jackson and Shanky Lewis on stations of the 9 and 9A. Does that represent the number for Betty Jackson? Yes, and then, yes, that's 999. And 9 is the number for Betty Jackson? And that's the phone number that you looked up? Yes. Okay. And also, like I said, you could be 10 and 10A. Was that number for Ms. Shanky Lewis that you looked at? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's how I say like 10 and 6 is the 9, 9A, 10 and 10A.
Any objection to 9, 9A, or 10, 10 is a. All right, here you go.
And around the calculations of coverage, the relevant portion of the exhibit number 8.
Yes, ma'am.
Now these are the jail calls.
Sir. Yes.
They're about to play the jail calls. And these are the calls from Shannon. They're trying to obtain the phones. So they had to do a surveillance for the phone calls and figure out where the phones are going to be. And this hearing is basically to suppress the information they receive from the phones. So she's trying to set it up so they can listen to the calls. No jail calls is private. Remember that, everybody. Anytime you're calling loved ones that's in jail, do not talk stuff that you don't want nobody to hear. I know people forget, even though it says your call is being recorded. People forget that. Now listen what he said, the reason why he wanted the phones taken. Listen what he said, y'all. Had nothing to do with trying to hide with the police, but he was trying to hide it from, y'all hear it.
This is prepaid collect call from an incarcerated individual at Fulton County Jail. This call is not private. It will be recorded and if you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. Waiting to receive a phone call can be hard, but now you can easily and quickly send messages to your loved ones. E-messaging is now available to help you stay more connected. Download the Secure app to sign up. To flip charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To receive charges, press 2. Thank you for using Security. You may start the conversation now.
Hey. What's up? You ready? Okay, tell him, do not give my phone to Poker. Because this ain't gonna cause a problem with me. Tell him.
You heard what he said. Do not give my phone to Poker. You know who Poker is? You know who that is? Randy, do you know who that is? Do you know who Poker is? Poker is his woman. He tells them do not give the phone to her because it's going to cause some problems. Do not give the phone to her. They saying it's police. It's not police. Poker. Do not give a phone to her. Hold on. Because it's going to cause problem for them. He telling his grandmother, keep my phone.
But tell him, if she asks about it, tell him you wait the root for him, but didn't find him. Okay, so you heard, right? So if she asks about the phone, tell her that you went to look for him and you can't find him. So he doesn't want his girlfriend to know about the phone. So that's what it's about. It has nothing to do with the police. It has to do with his girlfriend. You know what? I can imagine what he had on the phone, man. But they said police, and no, it's Poker. Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm sorry. I rewinded it. Sorry, but sorry.
In the separate pods at the jail, there are phones attached to the wall with the inmate photo ID.
Sorry.
And I broke the phone. Know where our phone was, and Mr. Stillwell made a comment that his phone was in the chicken bag so that the police didn't get it.
He did not say because the police getting there. He didn't want Polka to have it. Polka is his girlfriend, his fiance.
The phone call from Bookmore said the phone was concealed in the chicken bag because so the police wouldn't find it.
So what did you do after hearing that phone call?
He didn't
We
say
sent
police.
officers out to try and locate the phone. We all interpreted that as maybe a fast food chicken bag, like a Chick-fil-A or something like that type of bag. And we did not locate the phone.
Once you did not locate the phone, what did you do?
I continued to monitor the jail phone.
And as you continue to monitor the jail calls, did you find more calls that related to your cell phone?
Yes.
What were the date frames of those phone calls?
I want to say from 3:18 to 3:23.
Sorry, I rewinded it a little bit. Sorry, y'all. Let me move it up a
The
little.
booking area. Yeah.
And 16099A, does that represent the number for that injected?
Sorry, guys. She's resetting the phone call again. I hit the rewind by mistake. I apologize. They're trying to locate the phone call. Sorry, my bad. Hey, Frank. Okay, what they're doing, she's trying to find the phone call. But before that, those that are coming in, this is the hearing from today. This is Shannon Stillwell's motion to suppress the phone calls and the information that was gathered from the phone for this case. So they're trying to suppress it because they're saying that there was no reason.
This is prepaid collect call from an incarcerated individual at Fulton County Jail. This call is not private. It will be recorded and used for questions. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow facility instructions to register this number as a private number. Waiting to receive a phone call can be hard, but now you can easily and quickly send messages to your loved ones. E-messaging is now available to help you stay more connected. Download the Secure app to sign up. To press charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To refuse charges, press 2. Thank you for using Secure. You may start the conversation now.
Hey, what's up? Hey. You ready? Okay, tell him do not give my phone to Poker. Because that ain't gonna cause a problem with me. Tell him to keep my phone. Meet up a dad one, yeah. But tell him if she asks about it, tell him you went to look for him, but didn't find him.
She writing it down, y'all. The grandmother's writing it down. Do not give the phone to Polka.
asked about it. The other, he went to look for them and criticize them. I want to do. Did you say about the ethnic number last night? No. Okay. I was praying she went lying, so. I gave her both the numbers because I didn't know before he had answered. So I will just.
So prior to this call, was that first call on 317, the one we heard him talk about having phone on the chicken bed?
Correct.
All right. And then the next call regarding a cell phone is this call on March 18th.
Correct.
All right. Next, we want to play March 19th. And we're going to play from 10 to 25 seconds.
This is the pregame.
Until we have it. Which is 25. It is 25.
I know you too. I know you. Okay, you want me to keep these phones or do the bed?
Damn it.
What
I
about
think
the
it's good at telephone. It's not, it's 839669. Get the shot number. That's
Yeah,
it.
hold on. You get between, what do you say,
839669. That's supposed to telephone and get the number. It's a shot. That's patient number.
Okay, because all phones did that, I can't know. I just told people, okay, I just told people you want the numbers and I'm right to it. Okay, it's on the number.
No, shot.
Alright, I got you. I got it for you in the morning.
You know what, Matt? I love you.
I love you. This is.
And on this date, do you know the date of this phone call?
It was the 19th.
Okay. And with this phone call, who is Mrs. Stewart speaking with?
That HTM piece of Lulu, she also goes by the name China. She is the fiance or wife of defendant Kumar Reese Nichols.
After that phone call, did you hear an additional call?
I did.
Okay. That takes you to March. When was that call on March 21st?
It was.
This is the amount of portions will be 3 minutes and 30 seconds, 3 minutes and 50, 3 minutes and 50 seconds.
You don't come out of there. I got a call. You don't come out of there. I got a call.
I know you can't really hear him too well because I guess background noise at the jail.
Yes.
Okay, what was the conversation?
That China was going to come out there today.
All right. And who is, the person speaking?
Betty Jackson.
And did you hear any additional calls?
Yes.
All right. Maybe we did on March 21st.
Correct.
All right. If you can play from 5:20, it'll be that.
You come. Right? And put the light on the
I'm all right. You got it on the phone.
about this afternoon?
All right.
All right. All right, yeah.
Could I call him? Who was you on the phone?
Betty Jackson and Sharon Silva.
And what was the topic of that?
Betty Jackson pretty much confirmed that Miss Lewis had dropped off the phones to her and she was in possession of them.
Now, that's on March 21st.
Correct.
Once you heard that call, what did you do?
I obtained a search warrant for the home of Betty Jackson.
Prior to paying the search warrant, did you assist it?
Yes, typically when I write a search warrant for a residence, if possible, I like to include a photo of the residence to be searched on the face of the warrant. It's just a practice of mine. So I had sent investigators to the Atlanta Police Department gang unit out to the location to get a photo of the home in preparation for me drafting that search warrant.
I'm gonna show you it's already been, I'm gonna publish and show you it's already been admitted as safety for this. Right. I'm gonna show you already the number 134. Are these the pictures that you received from investigators in order to use as a part of your search?
They are.
And were you able to get a search warrant
I was.
to go search the home? And what? For the purpose of this motion, do you recognize exhibit number 5?
Yes,
How do you recognize exhibit number 5?
this is my search warrant for Betty Jackson's home.
And within that one, when did you seek to get that search warrant?
March 22nd.
Alright, so was that the day after hearing that phone call?
Correct.
And contained within that warrant, did you see a full cafeteria report?
Yes. I did.
And, what, information did you provide the senior to the investigation?
When I met with the judge, she reviewed my affidavit and warrant, and I gave her a summary of the probable cause, and then she signed the warrant for me.
And up until this time, was this everything that we talked about today?
Yes.
And did you also get a history of what led up to Mr. Jackson, Mr. Stillwell's arrest?
Yes.
All right. Your Honor, is that there having a picture of the warrant affidavit that you received and the warrant that you received on March 22nd, 2015?
Correct, this was the warrant and affidavit.
All right, Your Honor, I said I can't give you number 5.
And objection stays 5.
Yes.
I say 5.
And who was the judge that you went to?
Judge Emily Richardson.
Outside of the, any additional information outside of what's contained inside of that warrant?
No.
Tell the judge, when you went to the home, what, did you go to the home, did you go execute the search warrant?
I did.
And when did you execute the search warrant?
I believe on the 22nd.
I'm saying that, tell the brief about what happened once you went and executed that search warrant.
I was accompanied by the rest of the Atlanta Police Department, members of the Atlanta Police Department's gang unit, as well as the Apex unit. They are our entry team, should Miss Jackson have decided to not open the door. She did come to the door, and I provided her with a copy of the warrant, and we explained to her what we were looking for. We were very respectful, and we told her that, we don't want to invade her privacy, we want to be as respectful as possible. If she had the items that we were seeking, she would turn them over and that would conclude our business for the day.
And after you spoke to her, where were you when you spoke with Ms. Jackson?
In the living room of the home that I had the search warrant for.
And had you been to that home prior to the incident?
I have.
And did she eventually turn over those 2 items, those cell phones?
Yes.
How many cell phones did she turn over?
2.
Okay. After turning over, after you received those 2 items, what did you do with that?
I continue to monitor Mr. Stilwell's jail calls.
And did you get any jail calls did you hear any jail calls regarding your, you being, you're going to the home?
Yes.
All right. You want to publish? On March 23rd.
Hello, this is the prepaid collect call from.
And I was going to say from 0 to 3:15, and then we'll fast forward from 8:30 until the end.
At the Fulton County Jail, this call is not private. It will be recorded and may be monitored. If you believe this should be a private call, please hang up and follow security instructions to register this number as a private number. Waiting to receive a phone call can be hard, but now you can easily and quickly send messages to your loved ones. E-messaging is now available to help you stay more connected. Download the secure app to sign up. To accept charges and consent to this recorded call, press 1. To receive charges, thank you for using security. You may start the conversation now.
What's up?
Now, basically, she's telling them that the police was there to take the phone. So she's talking to Shannon about what the police is doing. Hold on a second. What they have done. Hold on.
What? What is it?
We can go from back.
I can't really hear her, but they had a warrant. That's what she just said. They had a warrant. She said they probably heard us. So now he's going to have her to call Brandon, whoever Brandon is. They have a picture of China's car. She just said. They said as soon as she left, they tore it up. She wasn't at the house last night. Hold on a second, y'all. We can't really hear this. Hold on, we can't really hear it.
That call that.
Hold on, y'all.
Wendy is there. It is not.
And is that the PIN number that we use to make this that last call?
And
All right. And prior to this last call, looking at this exhibit number 9, first on page 1, and looking at number 10 on page 1, was that call made by Shannon Jackson?
it was.
Okay. And was that to the same number that we know as Ms. Jackson?
Yes.
All right. Looking at page 2 of the exhibit number 9, Looking at number 47. Is that the call that's associated with the March 21st, 2022 call?
Yes,
And was that call made on pin by Mr. Shannon?
yes,
And looking at safety exhibit number 9, page 3, again, looking at number 51 on the top of the page, which is that second call on March 21st, 2022 that we listened to, was that call made on the same pin or the pin from Mr. Shannon?
yes,
All right. And is the only call not made on pin for the purpose of this hearing, this last call that he made,
yes,
all right. And on that call, was he attempting to have someone remove information from his cell phone?
yeah. So in the beginning of the call, you'll hear Ms. Jackson explain what happened and how we had taken custody and seized the phones, and then you'll hear him and Ms. Jackson both stressing the importance of quickly deleting the Gmail and iCloud off the phone.
After obtaining the phone, did you get any subsequent search warrant?
I did.
Okay. Why did you get any additional search warrant?
On March 28th, I obtained a search warrant to extract the cell phone. At that time, I was employed by the Fulton County District Attorney's Office, and typically we use the Olympic Department to extract our phones, and my examiner was not there that day, and he had, I think, back-to-back training and leave. So he was unavailable for, I think, at least 2 weeks.
Who was that examiner?
That would have been Kevin Leon Packer.
And you mentioned you did the search warrant back in March of 2023.
I did.
And did you go into the phone, although not a cell phone search, did you go into the phone at all based on the search warrant?
Yes, following when I came to search warrant, we were able to manually
Okay.
enter the phone.
And how were you able to do that?
Because Mr. Jackson gave me his PIN code over the jail call.
And then did you get another search warrant to notify of the cell phone?
I did.
When did you get that warrant?
In December, maybe December 12th, 2022.
And why did you get the third search warrant to go into the phone?
Because although
Search warrant to go into the phone.
Because although I was able to access the phone and review the contents manually, I realized that it would be not feasible for the defense attorney involved in this case to pass around a cell phone and review the contents. And we essentially need to get an instruction to be able to serve to them so they could each have a copy and be able to review it.
And were you able to obtain a search warrant?
I was.
And were you able to get the phone extracted?
I was.
And both the search warrant for in March as well as the search warrant in December, did you give information regarding the history of the YSL gang and the YSL gang?
Yes.
And did you get information that led up to the arrest of Mr. Stillwell Jackson?
I did.
Which is the affidavit of it. And did you specifically indicate for what crime you were seeking evidence for inside of your cell phone?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to show you what's on March safety exhibit number 6 and safety exhibit number 7.
Okay.
You recognize safety exhibit number 6 and safety exhibit number 7.
I do.
How do you recognize those safety exhibits 6 and 7?
These are my search warrants and affidavits for the phones both in March of 22 and December of 22.
Okay. And are those prepared as a depiction of the warrants and the affidavits regarding what you took out both in March of 2022 as well as December 2022?
Yes.
You know, I just have to say like 10, 6, 6, and 7 and 7.
Any objection, state 6 or 7, sir? All right, state 6 and 7 are permitted for purpose of the motion.
And outside of what's contained, did you get any additional testimony when you went to get the search warrant outside of what is contained within 5 warrant?
No.
When Mr. Stillwell was arrested, are you aware he was in continuous custody in December when you took out the second search warrant?
Yeah.
The third search warrant?
Yeah, you may continue in custody.
Right.
And to your knowledge, between March and December of 2022, had Mr. Stillwell ever asked for or made a request for his cell phone?
Not that I'm aware.
Now, after seeking the December search warrant, did that conclude this part of your investigation as it relates to this particular motion?
Yes.
I have no further questions.
Mr. Short, why don't you take that 10 minutes?
Okay, so they're about to take a 10 minutes break before cross-examination. This is when Stillwell's attorney is going to do a cross-examination from what they got. So far, you know that the last phone call he had was the phone call he talked to his grandmother to have the friend to delete the phone calls. So that's what they were talking about, him having to delete, the Gmail off of the phone, and also the stuff that was on the phone. Okay, so let's go on to the next one. The next one. 1 second. Let me just mute for a second. Let me just get the other stuff up.
Of 2022, right? Right. All right, and that, the truth is that search warrant called for a forensic examination, right?
I'm not sure if it was exclusively a forensic examination on the phone. I have to look at the phone, but it's to review. I think it's in the event that we can't get into it or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Okay, the intent was to do a phone dump or forensic examination.
Correct, if able, yes.
Okay. Why was it search warrant? Why wasn't a forensic examination not done in March of 2022?
Because the person that, as a courtesy to myself while working at the district attorney's office, would do phone dumps for me. I was unaware when I got that warrant, with the timing of my warrant, he was gonna be on back-to-back, some sort of week-long training, as well as a vacation that backed up to that, on top of that.
Okay, and that person is Officer Leon Captain?
Detective Leon Captain.
Leon Captain, and then a police department. Now, is he, to your understanding, the only person in the city of Atlanta that knows how to conduct a cell phone extraction?
No, but their resources are stretched kind of thin, and being an outside agency, we have to go with what we can get and who's available when they're available.
Okay, so the answer is no?
No, he's not.
He's not the only person?
No.
Okay. In fact, on other cases, several other investigators in the area have conducted cell dumps and cell phone extractions, correct?
I mean, I can't speak to other cases. I know in my cases, I use specifically on Becker.
Okay, is that a written policy or is that just your practice?
It's not, that's the preference, and that's who, he's extremely thorough, and that is who I know is usually available for my cases.
Okay, and you were present for everything I've had to be a forensic examination later on, correct?
I wasn't present. He takes it to the phone lab and they hook it up to whatever they hook it up to, and he does the extraction.
Okay, from the time that you were, to your knowledge, if you have an answer to this question, how long does the extraction take typically?
Just depends if there's an update available, if there's patches that need to come out, if it's the phone's powered on or powered off. There's several different factors. I can't tell you exactly how long it takes.
Are we talking about hours?
I've seen hours, I've seen weeks. I've seen years, depending on if it's patching.
On this case, from the time that you gave, what date did you give Detective Leon Captain the phone?
I can't recall. I know the search warrant was obtained on December 12th, so it would have been soon after that. I don't know the exact date.
Okay, and when was the extraction done?
I'm sure of the exact date. Would have been close to December 12th.
Okay, and the extraction was done all within the day on this case, correct?
It could have been. I don't know. I don't want to say it was, I don't know how long. how long it took to run. Some phones are more difficult than others based on the type of phone it is, as well as the software that the phone is updated with.
Okay, you don't have, it's not your testimony, you don't have any recollection of this extraction taking weeks or months or?
No,
Alright, so you indicated that your preference was to go with Detective Leon Packer, and on March 28th, did you approach him about conducting the extraction?
I believe once I obtained the search warrant, I called him as I usually do and said, hey, do you mind if I come by and drop off the phone? I have a search warrant, and that's when I was informed that he's gonna be out for an extended period of time.
What is an extended period of time?
So, at least 2 weeks.
At least 2 weeks, and you said for training and personal vacation?
Correct.
Okay, and did you make any efforts to give the phone to another, person to perform the extraction?
No.
Alright, so Detective Leon Packer, you indicated that he was going to be gone for 2 weeks, starting at the end of March. He was back in April?
At least, yeah, at some point.
Okay. Did you, once he had returned, did you, at that point, on his return, apply for another search warrant?
No.
Okay. When did you apply for the search warrant that Detective Leon Packer actually executed?
In December.
In December. Okay. December 12th, 2022?
Correct.
Okay. And that was approximately a few days short of 9 months after the phones had been seized.
Correct.
Was there you had, and just to be clear, for the March 28th, search warrant for the contents of the phone, the affidavit, you were the author of that affidavit, correct?
Correct.
Okay, and you didn't make any material changes in the affidavit from the March 28th affidavit that led to that search warrant and the affidavit on December 12th, 2022. Did it?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay. I don't have any other questions to this witness.
All right, can you redirect the comment? Go ahead.
After March, in 2022, as it relates to this case, were you doing any other investigation, regarding Mr. Stillwell, after March of 2022?
Just to continue the investigation for this Rico case.
And Mr. Stillwell was arrested for a murder in March of 2017.
Correct.
After that, did that particular case become a part of the larger Rico case for which we are in trial for now? Why didn't you get the search warrant for the phone immediately after me and Parker came back from his vacation and his conference with the FBI?
I had reviewed the phone manually, I'd seen what was in there, made a mental note of what was in there, and then I was also the lead investigator on the Rico cases. It was developing, and between March and May, I would say there was a lot of things happening pretty quickly.
And did you want to make that important back to me?
Correct. And I was also in the middle of a double wiretap, yeah.
And even after the May indictment, there was still continuing information being developed between May and December of 2022 regarding this.
Correct.
And when I say this case, I'm talking about the 65 count, we go back there before the court.
Correct.
Anything further from Mr. Sharp?
Is it your testimony that you were too busy between March 28th of 2022 and December 12th of 2022 to essentially copy and paste your affidavit to obtain a new search warrant?
Not essentially too busy. What I'm saying is there was a continuing investigation going on. There was a lot of moving parts. So I was continuing the investigation and I realized you guys would need a copy to review. I went and retrieved obtained another warrant for you guys to get extraction.
So if you weren't too busy, you made a conscious decision to just wait until December? I'm not understanding.
Oh, objection.
I just said I was busy with the continuing investigation. You have to understand, if I may, Mr. Sharp, I was the lead investigator on the Rico case and had a lot of follow-up.
Are you saying that you were too busy or that you prioritized other?
Let me finish. Let me state your question again.
I'm trying to understand the answer. Are you saying that you were too busy? Or are you saying that you were too busy or you made a decision to just wait until December?
That's an answer. That's staying in jail.
All right, thank you.
Anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Now, Sir Rito, investigator, I should say, the primary temporary excuse purpose of motion. Now, and permanently excuse you for the purpose of the motion, you're subject to being recalled potentially later, so, don't discuss your testimony, we'll sit the terms of the case, okay?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Yeah, when they get ready to do this closing argument, tell me what do you think about this? What happened here? Okay, just tell me what do you think. I want your honest opinion.
Okay. Anything further, Ms. Kelly? All right. Mr. Sharp, who's calling the witnesses? Rest of the purpose of the motion? Argument? All right.
He's coming to do his argument. Now listen to this argument.
Your Honor, before I get too disorganized, let me, if you permit me, allow me to distribute other cases.
He got ready to do his opening argument. Just listen, not opening, but his argument, his closing argument for the suppression of the phone calls, the phone records and stuff. But listen how he starts and what happens.
All right, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. This motion deals with two separate search warrants, and really three. There was no indication in discovery that Investigator Rico actually manually executed that search warrant from March 28th of 2022. So I think we need to be addressing that warrant as well. I know that she did not memorialize, or it appears or uncovered, under his motion as well. Your Honor, before I get started with the law, I just want to be clear. We are challenging the search of the residence of Shannon and Betty Jackson for the phones that were seized. They are, and the basis of those challenges are not the particularity for that warrant. That the warrant authorizes the search for phones. We believe that that's particular enough. However, we are challenging the probable cause and the basis of searching that residence for evidence of the crimes alleged in this case, based on the affidavit submitted to Judge Richardson on March 22nd of 2022. Additionally, regarding the second and third search warrants, and most notably the third search warrant, which is the December 12th, 2022 search warrant for the contents of Mr. Jackson's phone, we are challenging whether probable cause existed to search the phones to begin with, and we are challenging the particularity of the warrants that authorize the search of the phone. We're alleging that they are general warrants and unconstitutional. And additionally, Your Honor, at the end, we are also challenging the method in which the search was conducted. We have a seizure of the phone, and there was an excessive delay in the execution of the search warrants that violated my client's possessory interest in those items. So that's where I'm going. Just a little background, Your Honor. The Fourth Amendment provides that no warrants shall issue but upon probable cause supported by an oath or affirmation, and particularly describing the place to be searched and the persons or things to be seized. And that's United States v. Travers, 233, at 3rd, 1327, 11th Circuit, 2000. 17521, OCG 17521 echoes those rules indicating that there needs to be particularity, and also that warrants need to be supported by probable cause. Now, clearly, Your Honor, this case deals with cell phones, which I think it's fair to say the courts, Supreme Court of Georgia, are grappling with at this time, and their rulings, I will get to the rulings shortly, but their rulings do support our claims in this matter, that the searches lack probable cause or not supported by probable cause and lack particularity. But before we get to those cases, I just wanted to remind the court and state for the record what we are talking about here. And it really goes back to the Riley case, Riley v. California. That's the Supreme Court of the United States. That's 573 U.S. 373. And that's 2014. And I am quoting from the opinion, and this is Chief Justice Roberts stating, cell phones differ in both quantitative and a qualitative sense from other objects that might be kept on an arrestee's person. The term cell phone in itself is itself misleading shorthand. Many of these devices are in fact mini computers that also happen to have the capacity to be used as a telephone. They could just as easily be called cameras, video players, Rolodexes, calendars, tape recorders, libraries, diaries, albums, televisions, maps.
Come on, let's get to the point.
Okay.
Get to the point of why you believe that the three reasons that you mentioned that you.
You heard what I said?
I understand the particular issue. I believe.
Say, wow, that's rude.
There's a little bit of time in my first issue with the motion of support. Okay. So tell me why you think that the evidence should be suppressed, and what evidence has the state failed to prove?
Okay. Well, the Riley case puts cell phones, they stress the privacy interests.
I get all that.
Okay.
I get all that. All right. So then you tell me what they didn't do that causes I should suppress that particular, the search of the cell phone and then the search of its contents.
Okay, so State v. Wilson. Will you permit me to?
I've got Wilson, okay, so,
Okay, so Stacey Wilson, 315 Georgia, 613, it's 2023 case. It's a murder case. The defendant is identified as a suspect. He's arrested. 2 phones are recovered from his car and searched pursuant to a search warrant. The search was an overall forensic examination of the phones, which is what we have here. The warrant for the phones in Wilson stated, obtain any and all stored electronic information, including, but not limited to, user account information, stored phone information, images, text messages, videos, documents, emails, internet activity, call logs, contact information, phone book information, and any deleted data. And it included pre-printed language that it was for evidence of murder. Okay, Justice Colvin delivered the opinion, and there were 2 issues that Mr. Wilson argued, and actually the motion to suppress was granted, and the state was challenging that ruling. But the 2 issues were, 1, just because someone is suspected, charged with a crime, does that mean there's probable cause to search the individual's cell phone via a warrant? Or does the affidavit itself have to establish some probable cause that the cell phone in itself will contain evidence of the crime? The second issue, which the court, in the main opinion by Justice Colvin, focused on, was the particularity. Justice Colvin wrote, the 4th Amendment to the United States Constitution requires that a search warrant particularly describe the article or articles sought. That's Dobbins v. State 262, Georgia 161, 1992. In addition to requiring the officers have enough guidance to locate and seize only those items that the warrant authorizes them to seize, this particular requirement also prevents general searches, that general exploratory rummaging in a person's belongings by the government that has been rejected since the founding as a violation of fundamental rights. That's Coolidge v. New Hampshire, 403 U.S. 443, 1971. The uniformly applied rule is that a search conducted pursuant to a warrant that fails to conform with the particularity requirement of the 4th Amendment is unconstitutional.
Okay, this part is pretty boring, so I'm gonna move to the end where he rules on it. Hold on a second, because this part is really boring. Okay, this part's boring.
We've been scrutinizing them less than a general warrant for the House. And Wilson clearly states that that is incorrect, that is wrong. And the government cannot execute, well, they can, but it's illegal to execute general search warrants for a cell phone for this exact reason. So, before I move on to my next point, Your Honor, I'd just like to recap. The search of the address is illegal because there's no probable cause linking to establish that Mr. Stilwell's phones would have contain any evidence of these crimes, other than the conclusory language, which is not sufficient in a warrant affidavit. The search of the contents of the phones was unconstitutional and must be suppressed because again, there's no probable cause to search the phones, but also there was no particularity, and it just flies in the face of the federal.
Angie, I got that one. Angie, that one I got it, but it's kind of like I got the okay. Let me see if I could pull it up for you. Hold on, Angie. You were there, Angie? Hold on. Let me scrub it a little bit so I can get it for you. Hold on.
Of September of this year. And that's when it was like the last day. That's when I filed that emergency motion. And that witness list has added 266 names of people I never saw with. 266 people that are not on December, January, or March. That's where the number 266 comes from. So now, I have to, according to what this court just found, I have to find these people. I'll find everybody, I'll try. But this is bad faith. You know how you know it's bad faith? A week later, when this honorable court put its thumb down and told everyone to be here and have a witness list, how come now?
Okay, what happened is the judge made a ruling for them to meet at 9:00 on Friday morning for them to get the discovery and for anything that's outstanding, right? So 9:00, the defense team came to the court waiting for the prosecutors to come down. 9:10, well, they argued about what time supposedly the prosecutors came down, right? They said one guy came in he claims he came in at 3 after 9, but the defense argued and said no, he didn't show up until about 9:30, right? Then the lead prosecutor, Miss Love, did not show up until after 10:00. By that time, most of the defense team left because they waited. She didn't show up. The other ones didn't tell them what was going on. They didn't keep them abreast. So therefore, they left. So Mr. Steele submitted a a motion, and that motion entails some of the stuff that we're missing, and so they wanted the judge to rule on it, right? And rule that, basically to not allow them to bring in these extra 266 witnesses, okay? Well, the judge made a ruling, and his ruling was basically that the prosecutors must have the list of witnesses along with the index of it. All information for those witnesses have to be included. He said a complete witness list with all the information, right? And it's due by Wednesday. And here's the key. Mr. William argues, this is the argument he was saying, he was arguing that basically trial has started. This stuff should have been here because, according to the rules, they're supposed to have this all discovery within 10 days before trial starts, right? Trial has already started. So they are way beyond the time frame for them to have the stuff to the defense. So I believe they're just stalling a lot of stuff. Actually, they really don't have, and they're trying to gather some stuff to show that they have it. But it's really frustrating to Mr. Steele and the defense team, because it's like the one side is arguing that one side did this, and the other side is arguing the next side did this, and it's just been so like back and forth between them, and it got really heated in the courtroom today because I felt that Judge Glanville should have ruled against them, because it's more than enough time that they have had to be able to have all the discovery to the defense team. There's no reason why you're doing a witness list at the last minute and the witness list doesn't have all the witnesses, all their information, because Mr. Steele says some of the ones that they have only like they was able to reach like about a small handful of individual, and those that they reach is either the phone number was wrong or an unknown number, and it's like about 10 they actually reach. But listen to this, Angie. He's still giving them time. He's still giving them time. He didn't just knock the gavel down, say no. He's giving them time. And then he said if they don't give it to him by then they cannot have these witnesses. Those witnesses going to be excluded. So we'll see on Wednesday what happens. But I have some updates for you guys as regards to the case. Do you remember Miss Tasha? She was accused of bringing outside stuff to her son, remember? Well, she goes to a hearing tomorrow, so we'll see. I'll let you guys know what happened there in regard to her case. So we will see what happens there. It's been crazy. It's been crazy. You know what the thing too, because Mr. Steele was so adamant. Okay, let me see if I can pull up the part where he was saying that Thug must get a bond, and he was like, I mean, hold on, let me see if I can pull that part. Hold on. I'm sorry, this is not a good recording. It's horrible. Sorry, hold on.
Gary told this honorable court in June of 2022, all the discovery was ready, the witness list was ready. Judge, this is wrong. The state of Georgia filed a motion to continue, you may or not. And in that, I have proof. Mr. Williams is languishing without bond. And they filed the motion on October 5th, 2022. And what the state wrote was, the state is cognizant that several defendants.
I'm sorry, y'all. You keep hearing this bell. That's because people was trying to get in this back thing of mine. Sorry, y'all.
Including defendants William Dorsey filed a speedy trial motion. The state wrote this to protect those defendants' Sixth Amendment rights and the constitutional guarantee of benefit of counsel to one charged with an offense against the laws of this state means something more than mere appointment of counsel. Such counsel is entitled to a reasonable time to prepare his defense properly. The discovery in the state, in this case, includes over 3 terabytes of data. That's what the state wrote at that time. What a farce. So I'd like you to reconsider. And I know your background, and I appreciate what you do for everyone. I appreciate the courtesy that you always extend to everyone. And everyone knows you want to keep in the playing field. The playing field is not easy. I serve the witness list with universe.
Sorry, y'all.
On the docket today as well to be resolved. Mr. Seal, what say you about Mr. Ricky Richardson? I'm regarding that motion. Okay. All right.
Sorry, guys. This is an awful recording, but I apologize. I tried to do my best because we had no camera person.
$17,322 and $326.
Hold on, we gotta go back in a second. Hold on, let's see if that's still.
I plan on not giving the state any more names unless you order me to do so. No contact information and no recipients. That's how they treat me. So I ask you to do something else with your order. The state cannot call 266 witnesses. Mr. Williams gets a bond. I don't want to continue. If you're going to continue it, Mr. Williams also gets a bond. That's on the state of Georgia.
You heard what he said. He said he is not going to give them anything because that's how they treat him. They're not giving him anything. And then he said, Mr. William needs to get a bond. Mr. William needs to get a bond. I'm going to play that again. Hold on, y'all. Mr. Steele is not playing with them no more.
He is one of many critical witnesses. And you know what these are? These are all impeachment. It is KC on a four-wheeler, pulling a gun. KC threatening a woman. KC doing Instagram saying, if you say anything, I'm going to kill you. They had this for years. And to read some I do not serve in discovery yet is bad faith. It's the quintessential definition of bad faith. It's gamesmanship. So, what do I have to do now? In order to protect Mr. Williams, I am now going through half a terabyte of information, and you just piled on me. When I say you, I mean the state of Georgia. 266 people, and people who I couldn't find, I have to interview them now too. I don't want to continue. Don Geary told this honorable court in June of 2022, all the discovery was ready, the witness list was ready. You know, Judge, this is wrong. The state of Georgia filed a motion to continue, you may or not. And in that, I have proof. Mr. Williams is languishing without bond. And they filed the motion on October 5th, 2022. And what the state wrote was, the state is cognizant that several defendants, including defendants William and Dorsey, have filed a speedy trial motion. The state wrote this, to protect those defendants' Sixth Amendment rights and the constitutional guarantee of benefit of counsel to one charged with an offense against the laws of this state needs something more than mere appointment of counsel. Such counsel is entitled to a reasonable time to prepare his defense properly. The discovery in the state, in this case, includes over 3 terabytes of data. That's what the state wrote at that time. What a farce. So, I'd like you to reconsider. And I know your background, and I appreciate what you do for everyone. I appreciate the courtesy that you always extend to everyone. And everyone knows you want to even the playing field. The playing field is not easy. I served the witness list with all information on January 4th when the state was still giving me discovery. I didn't do that. I did it because that's what we do, right? That's what lawyers do. But I feel like I'm the fool. I plan on not giving the state any more name unless you order me to do so. No contact information and no recipients. That's how they treat me. So I ask you to do something else with your order. The state cannot call 266 witnesses. Mr. Williams gets a bond. I don't want to continue. If you're going to continue it, Mr. Williams also gets a bond. That's on the state of Georgia. That's what should happen. In addition to that, Your Honor, I need an index. I told you you're going to get an index. I told you you're going to get an index. I want to know what they need to tender that by witness. I want to know what witness, where they discovered. The discovery is not as simple as click on. You know what the recent discovery is? Listen to this, Your Honor. You ready for this? There is a part of the discovery that it says, this is what it's titled. Long shot jail call.
Long
That's what I
shot
have.
jail
I have
call.
hundreds of
Long shot
jail
jail
calls.
call. That's how they title it.
Name of the file. You know what else I got?
I'm sorry, y'all.
The last thing is Mr. Curtis. This just happened. I just got it. So, let me back up a second. So the long shot jail calls don't have any identification other than that all were identified by? Long shot jail call. All different people, different, yeah. Mr. Williams is in there, other people in there. So I'm like those little dogs who get playing. I just listen to them. You know, I'm jogging, I'm listening to jail. I mean, this is obscene. This is not the profession. This is diametrically opposed. And then I get this. You know, I asked you, and you told me to go to your brothers and sisters up the road in the Russell building about a 2-letter ATF file. Yes. Well, here's what I just learned in the July 2023 Discovery 12 that we just given to us. I don't know how it's not getting early. There's a man named Mr. Curtis, and he is arrested. And he's with Detective Dennis. And he's with an ATF agent. And he's worried about his child. There's the child care. And this makes arrangements. Well, law enforcement was kind, and they let him use a phone on speakerphone. The law enforcement reported because his aunt happens to be the IA of ATF. She's an employee of ATF. And he tells her, I'm in custody, can't get my child. They want to talk to me. I need a lawyer. And the aunt says, do not speak with them. The aunt then gets on full restrictions. She can't go around any ATF building and access records. But Detective Dennis, as well as the ATF, they do an investigation into an agent and there's a person of interest.
Okay, guys, I'm cause it's like so much talking in the background of that video, so I'm gonna end it there. Please pray that they have the video guy comes tomorrow, because they did not show up today. So I had to improvise, do what I need to do. So I hope you guys got a chance to at least hear a little bit there what happened. The judge gave them a deadline by Wednesday to have the full witness list, including the names, everything that they need, all the demographic information, phone numbers, and all that stuff of the witness list, so they can get in contact with those witnesses. There's still outstanding discovery, and it's ridiculous that the trial has started. I mean, officially started, not officially started, but not literally started, because there's not a juror that has been seated yet. So they're still waiting for a juror to be seated. Yet today they were supposed to do 4 jurors. So tomorrow they're going to do 4 different ones. The judge postponed the ones that's supposed to come in today. They pushed them out on another day because they don't want to have them missing 2 days worth of work. So they pushed it out further. So now tomorrow their court doesn't start until 1:30. Right, but I'm gonna go to see Miss Tasha's court. That starts at 9, I think. Well, she's going, because remember they have her accuse her of submitting stuff that don't belong to inmates. So that's what I'm going to be doing in the morning. I'll have that information for you. Also, I want to tell you guys, I have some update in regards to Ernesto. Oh, somebody sent me something. Hold on. Oh, okay. It's tomorrow at 9 o'clock that I will be going to her court. Okay. She just sent me the information. Thank you. I'll be there tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning I'll be there to bring you guys update of what's going on in her court. She must be in the bushes. Hi. She's in the bushes. But anyway, so I'll be bringing you guys that information as well. You guys know I'm still doing Trump's, but also I have some update with Ernesto. I'm going to close this out and bring you the update for that, because you guys know y'all been listening to the phone calls with the jail call. Shout out to phone calls from prison. I'm sorry, phone calls from prison. She's the bomb. But I have some details of what's going on in the court. I have some updates for you guys, exclusive update on that. So it's going to coincide some of the stuff you've been hearing. And then I'm going to go back, because I know I read the charges and stuff, and I got to give you guys some details, because there's so many things that's being put out there that are not true. So I'm going to give you the details on the court case itself. So I'm going to end this live because I don't want to get things mixed up, and I'm going to start the Ernesto Williams / Shirley Strawberry's husband. So you guys have an awesome night. Thank you for being here. I will be bringing you more updates on the YSL YoungThug Rico trial. Just stay tuned. Oh, I do have another attorney coming up. I'm interviewing the attorneys that no longer are part of the trial any longer. But the ones that are on the trial, once the trial is over, we will be bringing you, I will be bringing you, my team will be bringing you the attorneys that are working right now. I don't like disturbing attorneys while they're working on a case. So I usually wait till they finish a case, then I'll snatch them up so they can do an interview. But I did get promises from every single one of them. Every single one of the attorneys that are working right now did promise that they will give me an interview once this trial is completed. So most likely be next year. But the ones that have completed, I did bring Manasseh. He was my first. That sounds kind of really funny, right? He was my first attorney from the YSL trial. You guys know I just had attorney Jimenez. He was awesome the other day. Now the next attorney we have is Mr. Hill. So I have secured his interview. So you guys will see him this week, and he will discuss some things that's happening and his experience working on the YSL case and things like that. So guys, stay tuned. I will be bringing a lot of new information, a lot of things. So yeah, I'll see you guys really soon. I'm going to end this live and I'll bring you Ernesto's update. Okay. And I'll tell you when I see you in a few minutes. Okay. Love you guys. God bless. Bye.